Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Buddhang saranang gacchami. Dhammang saranang gacchami. Sanghang saranam gacchami. Dutiyampi buddhang saranam gacchami. Dutiyampi dhammang saranam gacchami.
दुनिया के सबसे बेस्ट विश्वविद्यालय कहे जाने वाले हार्वर्ड यूनिवर्सिटी में धम्म चक्र प्रवर्तन दिन मनाया गया। हार्वर्ड डिविनिटी स्कूल तथा बुद्धिस्ट मिनिस्ट्री इनिशिएटिव के तहत पोस्ट डॉक्टरेट फेलो मैत्रीवीर नागार्जुन के माध्यम से इस प्रोग्राम का आयोजन हुआ। विलियम एडलग्लास, डायरेक्टर ऑफ स्टडीज एट द बैरिस सेंटर फॉर बुद्धिस्ट स्टडीज, प्रोफेसर डॉक्टर सुखदेव थोरात, फॉर्मर चेयरमैन यूजीसी, तथा राजा शेखर वुंड्रू, एडिशनल चीफ सेक्रेटरी हरियाणा, इन्होंने सभा को संबोधित किया। डॉक्टर अंबेडकर द्वारा हिंदू धर्म का त्याग करके बुद्ध धर्म का स्वीकार करने पर वक्ताओं ने अपने मत रखे। इससे पहले प्रोफेसर चार्ल्स स्टैंग, डायरेक्टर सेंटर फॉर द स्टडी ऑफ वर्ल्ड रिलीजियंस, हार्वर्ड यूनिवर्सिटी यूएसए, तथा जोनाथन मैक्रेनास्की, कोऑर्डिनेटर बुद्धिस्ट मिनिस्ट्री इनिशिएटिव, हार्वर्ड यूनिवर्सिटी, इन्होंने संक्षेप में अपनी बातें रखी। दोनों को इस अवसर पर मान्यवर वक्ताओं ने सम्मानित किया। इस समारोह के अवसर पर हार्वर्ड यूनिवर्सिटी परिसर को पंचशील से सजाया गया। यह पहला ऐसा मौका था जब पंचशील के ध्वज लगाए गए। इस अवसर पर प्रोफेसर डॉक्टर विलियम एडलग्लास ने डॉक्टर अंबेडकर के जीवन संघर्ष तथा बुद्ध धर्म के स्वीकार करने पर कहा,
The conversion is already happening in the 1950s, I mean 1930s at this time. Because he articulates the conversion and the move to Buddhism in such clearly political terms, Ambedkar's Buddhism is often thought of as instrumental, as instrumentally political, and sometimes therefore thought of as not really Buddhist.
प्रोफेसर डॉक्टर सुखदेव थोरात ने दुनिया भर के शोध छात्राओं को क्रांति तथा प्रतिक्रांति समझाई।
The interpretation of Ambedkar of Buddha is as follows. The Brahmanism believe in rebirth. Man dies and his material part submerged with the materials in the universe. But soul is supposed to be eternal, permanent. So whatever deed you do, those impressions are on the soul, and it is the soul which takes the birth of the same person. So in Brahmanism, the rebirth through soul is the rebirth of the same person who dies. Now Ambedkar interprets Buddha's rebirth in a different way. He said that Buddha does not believe in rebirth of the same person. When same person dies, his material element became the part of the existing stock of the material element. There is no soul, which is eternal. But rebirth can be conceived in this form, and that is rebirth of what and rebirth of whom. And Dr. Ambedkar interprets that the rebirth of same person is impossible. There is no soul, so there is no question of having the rebirth of the same person. But when the person dies and his all physical element, air, energy became a part of the stock of the air and energy, so all living beings are created through that common stock. So to that extent, what we can say, rebirth of the same materials element and not the same person. So Buddha was supportive of rebirth, but rebirth of what and not rebirth of whom, not the rebirth of the same person. Then there is a views about karma theory, which I could not explain because lack of time. The Brahmanical theory said that your present life is determined by the past deed which comes through the soul, and the future life will be determined by the present deed. And it is the deed which will decide your birth, whether you are low caste or high caste. Buddha rejects this all. Ambedkar interpreted karma theory of Buddha, Ambedkar placed in one sentence. As you sow, so do you reap. So your present life is determined by your present effort, because that is positive. It gives incentive to you to work hard, because in the present life itself you will get the reward. But Brahmanical theory says that your present life is determined by the past. There is no scope for change.
अंत में सीनियर IAS तथा हरियाणा सरकार में एडिशनल चीफ सेक्रेटरी राजशेखर मुंड्रू ने अपने संबोधन में कहा,
Saint Kabir, he was a weaver, and he again tried to reform Hinduism, tried to bring in people. Beautiful poetry. This period in the Indian history is called Bhakti Revolution. These are all called poet saints. That is how they could connect to the people. Interestingly, another religion, I don't know whether our school has really picked it up, the Sikhism, the most visible and prominent new religion comparatively over the centuries. All the same poets of Kabir and Ravidas are in the holy book of Sikhism. It's called Guru Granth Sahib, Guru Granth, Adi Granth. Now what has happened when you try to reform a religion, like it has happened in several religions, when you try to reform a religion, the religion is so strong that it comes back, like Professor Thora told us, the counter-revolution. It comes back to you. All the followers of Ravidas has made into a caste. Okay, all you Ravidasi, you are a caste. So the caste is called Ravidasi. Now the followers of Kabir Panthi. Panth is the path, sect. So they become caste.
अंत में सीनियर रिसर्च फेलो तथा आयोजक मैत्रीवीर नागार्जुन डॉक्टर संतोष राउत इन्होंने सबका आभार व्यक्त किया.
Simplicity and contentment, I purify my body. With truthful communication, I purify my speech. With mindfulness, clear and radiant, I purify my mind.